You are all very welcome on behalf of VIP Promotions and Leeds Warrior Promotions to the John Charles Centre for Sport here in Leeds. A very warm welcome once again to our viewers joining us on Talk Sport. And a very big thank you to our sponsors, Morley's, fried chicken, burgers, barbecue ribs and pizza, to Lawrence Grant, Chartered Accountants, to award-winning cosmetic surgery partners of London, and to 11 Management, Modelling and Talent Agency. This is 6 3-minute rounds of international featherweight action, sanctioned by the Central Area of the British Boxing Board of Control. Here present Alan Ulster and Ian Cragg. Our medical officers are Doctors Farouk, Tahar and Hussein. Our inspectors, Barry Coulson, Ashley Martin and Jordan Edwards. Our timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Anthony Rushton. And when the action commences, our referee in charge, Mr. Darren Sargentson. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for those in attendance here at ringside, the officials are ready. The boxers are ready. Are you ready for the main event? Introducing first and boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the red shorts with white trim, weighing 9 stone, 6 pounds 2 ounces. Comes to the ring this evening in his landmark 40th professional contest. He fights out of Valencia, España, via his homeland of Colombia. He is Joshua OCAMPO. And across the ring, in the red corner, wearing black with gold, official weight also 9 stone, 6 pounds 2 ounces. 11 fight record, 10 wins, 2 wins inside the distance. From Keighley, Yorkshire, England, it's IBRAHIM.
Second down, row 1.
Well, here we go. Bout number 13. Sorry, bout number 12 for NADIM, trained by Ricky Hatton. A very talented amateur once again, multiple-time national champion. And we can already see, Spencer, he has got some quick hands.
Yep, he certainly has. He's got a considerable height and reach advantage as well. The campus is going to find this very difficult to get through to NADIM, who, as you said there, Darren, has great amateur credentials. He's been out for a while with a bad hand. I think I was speaking to Ricky Hatton earlier on, actually, his trainer, manager, and Ricky was saying he was out for a good 15 months with hand damage. Come back last week, got a victory last week, and here he finds himself boxing again. So this is the second time in a week, which is impressive stuff.
Making up for lost time, and the man who he stood opposite next, Joshua Campo, boxed his stablemate Jack Murphy just the other week. So I'm sure they've been trading notes. Good shots there by NADIM. Putting his shots together nicely. There's a really good 1-2 lead hook.
OCAMPO doing a good job of covering up though. Defensively looks okay. But this is good stuff by NADIM for sure. He's found the range early and he's gone out attacking, showing good variety as well. Lovely right hand through the middle as well, and OCAMPO shipping some punishment here in the first round.
Campo wants to get himself out of that corner because that's exactly where NADIM will want him. And just as I say that, he does that, but finds himself in another corner. And the rapid hand speed of Hibby is showing to be having some success. And that was a good uppercut there, followed by a straight right hand by Hibby.
Yeah, NADIM's come out with some intentions here in the opening round. He's driving those shots down. He's sitting down on those shots. Big left hook as well. And OCAMPO is getting forced from one corner to the next. Not a lot coming back. Lovely uppercut on the inside from NADIM as well. Impressive stuff here in the opening round.
It's a good jab there by NADIM, who corners his man once again, and the Colombian just finds himself covering up with a barrage of punches coming towards him, and then eventually gets himself out of the corner.
Yeah, this is good work from NADIM, switching the angles well, starting to be creative towards the end of the opening round, and he'll be very, very pleased with that, as will his corner man, former 2-weight world champion Ricky the Hitman Hatton. So Ricky's giving the advice there in the corner.
What I like about NADIM is he's such a deceiving character. Like, if you speak to him and you watch interviews of him, you think, how on earth is this guy a boxer? He's just so like gentle, so just real calm, and just like, yeah, well, you know, I'm looking forward to this, that and the other. And then you see him in there and he's vicious.
Yep, different characters inside and outside of the ring. As you say, there's a switch that flicks when he gets through the ropes, and he delivers. And there was spiteful intentions there in that opening round. He actually come out, he found the range well, he found the range early with that jab, showed great variety, good uppercuts, good shot selection, very impressive stuff.
Round 2.
Good straight shot there from NADIM.
Nice short uppercut on the inside there as well, just as the canvas was trying to get off with the shots. NADIM took the play away from him straight away. This is good stuff. Oh,
That uppercut and then drove a right hook into the body. It was an unforgiving shot, and he would have felt that one without any doubt whatsoever.
yeah, he's driving that right hand straight through the middle of the guard as well, and this is starting to become quite punishing for OCAMPO here as early as the beginning of this second round. The face looking very reddened now as well of Joshua OCAMPO, who's shipped a lot of punishment in these opening 2 rounds, and again good combination punching, switching to 1-2 and then switching underneath to the body as well there from NADIM. Solid stuff, and you feel like he's slowly, systematically breaking OCAMPO down here. He's stealing his soul, isn't he? Less and less coming back from OCAMPO.
He is, and when he's got him on those ropes, he's really making him pay for it every single time. No, great work there from Ibby as he,
Yeah,
for a good combination of shots, stepped out for just the right amount of time, and as Joshua OCAMPO come back with one of his own right hands, Ibby counter-attacked him and landed it sweet.
Yeah, it worked really well, showing great variety, great angles with the feet as well, moving in and out of range, switching from side to side. Impressive stuff this from Ibby NADIM, who's really dominated this contest but found his range razor sharp tonight.
It's a solid jab that from Ibby NADIM. Solid. Every punch he throws seems to have 100% effort behind it, that enthusiasm. And even the ones that hit the gloves will be rattling the Colombian to his boots.
Again, just looking for the opening there, NADIM switching the attacks from body to head, back down again, and making OCAMPO miss wildly as well. This has been a very punishing round again here for the Colombian, now based in Spain. It was another dominant round there, wasn't it, from Ibby NADIM. He'll be very pleased with himself. Ricky Hatton will be very pleased with him, pleased with him as well in the corner.
He certainly will. He's another one of those fighters who just seems to do everything right, doesn't he? There's always room for improvement, but he does everything really well. His feet is good, his consistency is good, his punch selection's good. It's just I'm really struggling to pick holes in him, to be honest.
Do you know what, Dale? I think that sometimes a loss can be the making of a fighter, and I think in NADIM's case, it may have been that, that he's got that loss on his record, and that really stoked the fire. I think there was a lot of hype around him, obviously with Ricky Hatton backing him and talking about, future world champions, etc. And he goes and takes his eye off the ball, maybe a little bit, underperforms, loses a contest. But that can be the moulding of a fighter sometimes.
Yeah, it certainly can.
They go back to the drawing board, re-stokes the fire, and they go back and they learn and they come out. And I think we're seeing a new, improved NADIM here. Yes, he's had hand injuries, but I think the loss has played a big part in him rediscovering maybe the hunger. That was a beautiful 1-2 combination. Left uppercut, right uppercut, beautiful shots.
The Colombian is coming back with stuff, but seems to be a bit worried every time he does go on the attack, because he knows that if he's got fast hands, he's got accurate hands, and almost every time he's landed something when he's tried to attack him, and they were good shots from maybe the team in the corner.
Yeah, Denise.
Solid shots again. He's really digging his toes into the canvas with every single one of those which he throws.
OCAMPO's face is looking very reddened in there as well, and NADIM is getting through with these shots now, and they are starting to take their toll.
And even NADIM getting some word of advice from Ricky Hatton in the corner, saying if you can't go down the middle, then go round the side. And just as I say that, he lands a lead hook under the right elbow of OCAMPO. Oh, that was a solid right hand to the body, Spencer.
Sickening right hand round the back of the elbows there of OCAMPO, who to his credit took the shot well, but we heard it thudding in above us here. Big right hand, right hook as well again there from NADIM. It's been one-way traffic, hasn't it? He's been dominating this one. And the impressive thing about this with NADIM is he's been creative, He's not just been letting his hands go. He's been working the angles, switching the shots from side to side, showing good variety there. We saw a few little shots slow-mo and then drilled the right hand in as well. Impressive stuff this from NADIM.
Good, the body work from NADIM has been really, really impressive in this bout. He sets up those body shots nicely, feints, it looks like he's going upstairs, and all of a sudden he sinks one under the elbow. And every single time you hear the thud, and then you watch the face of OCAMPO, who gives you the feeling that he feels every single shot which he throws at him.
Yeah,
that straight right hand. They are shotgun stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. It's impressive stuff. This 3 dominant rounds there from Izzy NADIM. It's been very, very impressive. I've been impressed by the shot selection, really, and the creativity that he's been doing in there, the work ethic, switching from side to side, variety of shots as well. It's been very, very impressive. Credit where credit's due to Joshua OCAMPO, because I tell you what, Dal, he soaks up a lot of punishment there, where a couple of those shots, those body shots especially, been sinking in above us, and you really felt the weight of them, didn't you? I actually felt a couple of them as they went in. They were sickening punches.
They were. You could hear them, and I know that if he's very keen to be moving on to area titles and so on in the not so distant future, and you can see why.
Bravo.
Here we go, round 4. This one's scheduled for 6 in the featherweight division. He'll be straight back onto the front foot, doing what he does best, which is, well, really a bit of everything, but marching forward with that lethal jab of his and those straight shots every single one of them thrown with venom. And doesn't Joshua Ocampo know it?
Yeah, I think this is the best I've seen him beat NADIM. I've had the chance to see him a few times, but I think this is probably one of his most solid performances. I like his boxing IQ in this one, his shot selection, and the accuracy of the punches as well. The timing's been great. There's not a lot you can fault about it. You know, he's not allowed Joshua Ocampo to get into this contest. For people that'll think Ocampo's just come here to survive, I don't think it's a case of that. I just think he hasn't allowed him to get into it.
He hasn't. Those fast hands have just been too much. He disrupts any flow or any pattern of work which Joshua Ocampo tries to put together. He just demolishes it immediately and just makes him think otherwise. And that was a really good right uppercut up the middle of the guard from Ibi NADIM as he launches himself in with a left hook to the body of the Colombian, who has taken some serious shots here. And that face is really starting to redden, especially around his forehead and his eyebrows. You can tell that he's been hit with some good shots by NADIM.
Trust me, he'll feel like he's been hit by a bus tomorrow morning. Don't worry about that. Like, you know, he's looking red in there right now, but once those swellings come out, he'll know about it tomorrow morning, because this has been a solid performance by NADIM. Workman-like in every sense of the way. He hasn't got silly, he hasn't got carried away. He's showed a lot of maturity in there. Picking the shots very, very well, but lovely uppercut there. Did you see that jab? Drilled the uppercut through the middle. Very, very, very effective.
I've got to say, Spencer, at times this is almost like watching a bit of a pad workout. You know, the way that he's just firing the shots at like a target which isn't moving that much, and he's landing them almost every time. And I don't think that's necessarily all to do with the ability of Joshua Ocampo. I think that's a lot to do with the accuracy of Ibi NADIM, who just can't seem to miss.
Yep, totally agree with that. And I've got to tell you one thing, mate, that we found out about tonight. Ibi NADIM's hand injury has definitely gone, because the frequency that he's been landing has been quite phenomenal.
But they say that quite often, don't they? That sometimes people have injuries or whatever. I don't know, the injuries you had in your career, and then you have physio, and then you come back stronger. And sometimes it goes the other way, doesn't it? Where you've broken your hand once, and then it breaks and it hurts, and you get injuries all the time. Yeah,
it can be a making of a breaking of a fighter, really, because I suppose you lose that momentum, that hunger, that desire, and everything else. But I think for Ibi NADIM, I think the loss may have really stoked the fire, and then obviously with a hand injury as well, it's given him time to reflect and think, right, what am I going to do with my career? How much do I really want this? You know, top amateur, maybe took your eye off the ball because of the success of the amateurs, and that, you know, the loss maybe and the injury has given him time to reflect on that, look at it and think, right, well, I've got the ability, I've got the credentials, I've got the great backing, I've got the great corner man, you know, why shouldn't I make this work? And I think that, you know, we're seeing that in his performance tonight. It's been very, very impressive.
He has, and one of the things which Ricky Hatton has said in an interview which the pair of them did is that sometimes you get those frustrating moments in your career, sometimes you lose fights, but he was kind of basically going on about how important it is to rebuild and just go again, and Ibi seems to have found himself a kind of new energy, because you said it's the best you've seen him, it's definitely the best I've seen him. This is a really, really impressive performance. And the Colombian finds himself yet again. Oh, that was a very good right hand by Ibi NADIM, and Ocampo certainly felt that one, and I'm quite surprised he still stood there throwing that jab back.
Yeah, NADIM's starting to break through the guard of Ocampo now. Ocampo starting to feel these shots. He's starting to sway a bit like a willow tree in the wind at times there. He's really being forced back. Big uppercut as well.
NADIM finding gaps in the guard of the Colombian Joshua Ocampo time and time again, and not long ago we heard Ricky Hatton shout, if you can't go down the middle, go around the side. And that left hook was beautiful.
Tell you what, Darren, the referee's starting to take a close look here as well, because OCAMPO, maybe too brave for his own good, he's shipping a lot of punishment here. And the referee telling him, listen mate, you need to start letting your hands go. Brilliant performance, and OCAMPO really feeling the weight of these shots now. Nothing coming back from OCAMPO. This is target practice now for Ibi NADIM.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets stopped sometime soon, because there really isn't much coming back, is there, from the Colombian now? Is he odd punch, but he's taken a lot of punishment.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones you look at, isn't it, and you think, well, I don't know what he's going to achieve by hearing the final bell, if I'm totally honest, because I think it's just unnecessary punishment. NADIM really slamming those shots in, and trust me, there's some weight on those as well. He hits a lot harder than his records would suggest, only the 2 out of his 10 victories coming by the way of stoppage, but you can see with the power that he carries in those punches, as he goes over the longer distance, he's going to start breaking fighters down.
And OCAMPO came back with a right hook to the body, which landed on the elbow of Ibi NADIM, but he'll be straight back to business, showing him that he's in charge in this fight. And that was a good, solid right uppercut, straight up the middle of a guard from Ibi NADIM.
Well, another solid round in the bank there from Ibi, who's really dominated, and he's just slowly stepped it up, and he's slowly been turning the screw every single round. And I mean, a credit to Joshua OCAMPO, who's taking a lot of punishment in there, and he's never lost heart. You know, he's in there, he's surviving, he's trying to hear that final bell, and I think that'll be a moral victory for him. But for Ibi NADIM, it's been an impressive performance. It really has. Like I said, I think one of the best I've seen him actually, as in looking at the complete package. He's improving as a fighter, showing good maturity. Shot selection has been brilliant. That right hand to the body has been especially effective, turning it up into the uppercuts as well. There's a lot to like there from what we're seeing of this performance of Ibi NADIM.
10 seconds corners. Seconds out for the 6th and final round.
Well, the 6th and final round, and we've given Ibi NADIM a lot of praise in this fight, and he deserves it. And there'll be people saying it's easy to do that against somebody with a losing record, but it's not easy to throw shots at such speed, with such accuracy, with such good technique like NADIM has. He just threw 3 or 4 shots there, all of them absolutely brilliant, landing on his opponent, and the work rate hasn't slowed down at any point. If anything, like Spencer said just a moment ago, it's just gone up. And I think the accuracy's gone up as well, but I guess that's natural, Spencer, because fatigue is very slowly, or maybe not so slowly now, setting in for the Colombian.
Yeah, it's been a good performance from NADIM. Punch perfect in many ways, and like you say, you're talking about opponents and, you know, the caliber of opponent and the quality of the opponent. Well, he's taken that away from Joshua OCAMPO. All right, he doesn't have a winning record, but he's a tough guy, and if you give him an opportunity, he'll take it. But there's just all levels to this game, and NADIM has shown the class that he is, and that's way above this level.
Good distance control there by Ibi NADIM, who just comes out the perfect amount to stay away from those shots from Joshua OCAMPO, and then lands a good right hand as he really looks to enjoy himself now, and a seriously focused look on his face, and comes back with a decent 1-2 left hook. And the crowd who have come to support him are very much enjoying what they're seeing from him in the ring tonight, as OCAMPO finds himself in the corner, which he's spent a lot of time in, but fair play to him, he comes out and gives it another go, but is punished almost immediately.
Yeah, it's been a brave, courageous performance by Joshua OCAMPO, but As I said, NADIM shown his class tonight. It's been a punch-perfect performance from him. He'll be pleased about that. It's a real confidence builder as well. Time to step it up in class, move up to the next level. What a shot there. Long lead, right uppercut. Forced the head back, sent the sweat spraying there from OCAMPO's head. Beautiful stuff. And again.
That's 3 in a row. He's thrown 3 straight right hands and all of them have got through. And then good defensive skills there from Ibby, and he landed a right hook there, and the Colombian just took a big gasp of air, because I think that's what it felt. But here we go into the last 10 seconds of his 6th and final round, where Ibby will most definitely have his hand raised at the end of that, and a solid performance and a fighter to most definitely keep an eye on, Spencer.
Yep, certainly is. I think Joshua OCAMPO has certainly earned his money, and he was seems very pleased with himself as well. Pleased to see that 6th and final round. I've got to tell you, he earned his money tonight. I'm not sure how much he got, but he's earned every single penny of that, and he's there talking to the great Ricky Hatton, and yeah, he's really enjoyed that in there tonight. Very, very pleased with himself. Great contest and a good finish to the night, actually, Darren.
Yeah, it's been we've had a bit of everything. We've had some really good technicians. We've had debuts. We've had former Team GB members doing their thing, and it's been a good night of boxing here in Leeds. And surely NADIM will have his hand raised as the winner. Otherwise, Spencer, we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, if his hand's not raised, mate, I don't think I'll be doing any more commentary, that's for sure.
Well, for the final time tonight, let's get the decision from our MC, Craig Stephen.
Thank you, Darren. Ladies and gentlemen, as Dan said, for the final time tonight, can I ask you guys, on behalf of all the boxers who have entertained us here tonight, please give appreciation for our boxers in the ring. We go through the referee score total 60 points to 54. The winner from Keighley, Yorkshire, India.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.